Hello everyone, welcome to Kick-Ons with the three best form analysts in footy who have said we're not having a holiday, we are pushing through the season. Kane Corns, Kate McCarthy, Josh Jenkins. It's a little chilly in Melbourne, so we've all got the dark colours on except for our little ray of sunshine over there.
I always seem to miss that memo, but keep it clean this week, Richo, please.
Yes.
What
was the fall? You're lucky to be back, aren't you?
Everyone who knows me knows it was nothing but a little clip on a word that was very, very appropriate.
And
KJ,
what you were talking about the Fremantle forwards, they still get too close to the mark.
Far too close
to the man on the mark.
Far too close.
Particularly Josh Amos.
Far too close. Now, you've been cashing in on one of your little pet habits.
Ball, yeah.
Cheesy ball.
We have mended our relationship. It's been a season of mending. I've mended with Tim Taranto. I've mended with Clarkson. I've mended with Sheezy, and he did not let me down.
Bevo?
Plenty of Sheezy balls. No Bevo. 36 plus. He's had written all over it now. He went large, and he's just extended his contract for another 15 years. Congratulations. If he continues this up, I'll be very happy.
Okay, what about our multi, though? Our team multi, which is what we all love. No one wants to let the team down.
You can't even spit it out.
Got slightly ahead of myself. Slightly, because I thought I had Will Day, my other man, for 24 plus. That must have been on another platform that I was on.
We're two-timing us.
Friday night, I was quick to the text because K-Mac has recently been very critical of us for letting her down. And not only did I not get it.
Richo.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Richo. I had Adelaide at the line, which was 24 and a half. I was out by about 60 points. I was out by about 10 goals.
But I'm pretty sure you said it was like the bet of the year and that it's an absolute shoe-in and they'll go over. They didn't even win the game, Kane.
It's my darkest moment on this program. My darkest moment.
We're getting the B set, I reckon.
I think we might be getting the... You know what? He's on notice for B sets. What about goal markets with you?
Oh, we love this.
We love this, do we?
Well, I've been questioning my ability to find players to kick big bags of goals. We've got Larky, we got Morris, and the last 3 weeks we've gone big. Aaron Cadman, look at the price.
I love the kid.
And on the weekend, he done nothing all year, $12.50.
Wow.
He's hardly touched it all year, the Fog.
Each and every week, I try and find one player to kick 4+. So if you'd had $100 across the whole season, each and every week, it's going to cost you $2,900, 29 weeks of footy. We've already got $3,100 back in the coffers with 13 weeks to try and build on the profit on
Little bit
turnover.
of cream. Love it. Well done, mate. I've never been prouder of you.
Thanks.
Over and unders, how did we go last week? A quick update. Okay.
We all went pretty well.
Ain't no problem there.
By the looks of things.
Miller didn't go so
I
well.
think whoever went under Wayne Miller should be getting a tick.
Yeah, because he technically went under, didn't he?
He went under, didn't it?
And let's not forget, so Jordan Dawson, he had the last disposal in the match to go over. So that was a huge sweat. I was on the under. No. He had the last... No one had a disposal after him in that game, and that was his 25th to send him over. So that's how close it can be.
I was a timekeeping error away from having 3 from 3. Why couldn't they have shaved some off the clock in this game?
Correct. Now, can we allow you two, in particular, can Kate and I just watch you two go at it? Because there's tension.
No, this is a misread.
No, this is not a misread. JJ.
Jason, and we love the Jasons. There's not many of them left in footy. Jason Horne-Francis.
This is not a misread. It was a backhanded compliment. I'm going to say a backhanded compliment off the back of Horne-Francis dominating the showdown, overshadowed a little bit by Zach Butters. But he said if he can put it together for a full season, then look out. And I said, well, Jay, he's already putting it together for a full season. He is absolutely killing it. Like, if you look at where he sits in score involvements, goals, disposals, clearances. Now, this is Butters that we're watching here, but the Hornet...
There he is.
Bang! Look, he's in rare form. JJ...
Didn't he start the season, though, soft?
No, started the season well.
That was a point.
Started the season well. Has had the odd flat game, which you're going to get from a half-forward mid in a poor side. I think he's put it together this season. You disagree?
No, I don't see it as a backhanded compliment. I see it as a compliment with upside. he's had games. He's outside the top 50 rated players in the competition. Now, sometimes you can take that player rating and you can love it or leave it, but it is what it is. So these numbers, on average, absolutely stack up. But he's still got room to grow because he has had a handful of games where he hasn't been able to hit the scoreboard and a handful of games where he's been under 20 disposals. I reckon if you went through the numbers, those other guys, that's where the upside is. They don't dip below 20. He has games where he does dip below 20. And I also acknowledge he started the season probably underdone from a conditioning point of view. So I think he can be Dangerfield. But it's an if at the moment.
He's only young.
Is he a fifth-year player?
Yeah, and some of us got on him at $100 for the Brownlow, and that's I think that's live. A live chat.
He won't even beat Zach.
A live chance.
He might be second for the club.
Check that out on my feeds.
Runner-up of the club voting there, I reckon. Okay, let's go to one of the games. Sunday night, Port Adelaide, while we're hot with Port, versus North Melbourne. Do you give North any chance?
Yes.
Hang on, Port just defeated the mighty Adelaide Crows.
Hey, it's an emotional come down.
What do you think of their record there, though, JJ?
Well, I mean, what can you think of that? It's not very good. They've been...
Every time they play there, I still cannot believe they haven't won there. Every single time I'm like, yep, they still haven't won there, have they? But I think the emotional side of things, they built up so much for that showdown last week, and rightly so. It's the biggest game of the year, the two biggest games for them. I think what goes up must come down, and I think North... Not comfortably, but I think they get the job done in this game.
I like them too. I've got them
win.
Yep.
I think so. Not just cover the line.
Yes,
they win.
Yes. Sportsbet feed, check it out. North to win by a goal, about $3.50.
Disrespectful, isn't it? It's disrespectful from these two.
Come on.
It's like we moved to Adelaide over
these fools.
2014, I reckon it was, and they haven't won there in 12 years.
Ever.
So, surely
12 years.
You'd be disagreeing with
I disagree.
Hang on, 7 days ago you told us it was the worst Port Adelaide team ever assembled.
In a showdown since 2011.
Ever assembled.
Thank you very much.
And now we're disrespectful.
We're the disrespectful ones.
Okay.
Hey, just quietly, those jumpers look bloody good too.
Yeah, they do look good. Yeah.
Can they wear them more often, please? Can you put that on your list
they're
of
not
things?
allowed.
I think they're happy with once a year.
Well, please.
Eddie said no.
Saturday night at the MCG, maybe the game of the year. The team that you said is mentally fragile.
Yes.
And whenever expectations are high,
so you would expect maybe game of the year.
Yes.
Well,
for him.
What is going on?
We've dived into the blockbusters early, haven't we?
The line's fine because Richmond can't score. That no one wants to score for them. So that's a problem. And I think the Blues will continue on their merry way at 7 in a row and a good shot for this wildcard position.
Okay.
I think if we're looking at, though, the impact that Josh Fraser has had on this side, I think you have to look at the forwards as well. I know those numbers there. Have a look at Harry Mackay, though. So in his first 9 rounds of the season, he was the 18th rated player for the Blues. In rounds 10 to 16, he's moved up to the 4th highest rated player at the club. So his ability to, and this is all coming from the way they're moving the ball, clearly. They're moving the ball quickly. There's not a flood of defenders in the forward line, and they're putting it to their forwards' advantage and letting them have a genuine run and jump at the ball. So no wonder life's easier for the forwards at Carlton. But the way they're moving it is also helping them defend the ground better too. So all of the numbers are going through the roof. But if you're a forward at Carlton, your whole season is turned around with the way that they're moving the ball now.
Those players
use him in the ruck a bit too.
Yeah, those players on that graphic there's other players who have improved, but those are the ones that they've been positional shifts, or in Hewitt's case, been brought back into the team. Billy Wilson as well. So certainly credit to him. Again, just hold. There's no need to rush into, he's our man. Just keep holding.
Yeah, just keep holding.
He's the man. Just do it.
Let him coach. A young man who is doing a great job.
Let's rush into him.
Harry Dean. Now, rising star. He has been a bolter in terms of the market. I reckon he's on my Sportsbet feed at $34. He's into about $7. I wanted to try and, because the Rising Star's been a really good award for key position players. And I played, I think back in 2012 it was, with Daniel Talia, who was a key defender.
He won it.
Right.
Who won the award. And I thought, let's have a look at some of the numbers. So this is Dean last week. He's getting better and better and more confident. And the beauty of this game is he actually had a bad moment early in the game where he dropped his head and he bounced back. So his numbers are superior to Talia's across the board in most of those categories, particularly intercept marks. So he is well placed he is currently performing better than someone who played the same position and has won the award.
There you go.
Just out of curiosity, how many rising stars do you have on the feed? Because we had Trembath earlier in the season, and now you got Dean. Is there more than that?
Just two.
I reckon he's
just
mentioned
two guys
Dersma as well.
Just two guys. Just calm the fuck.
Jagger Smith as well.
Yeah.
I'm about to get on Shanahan too.
It's interesting though, because I think that Dersma, we'll just talk about him at the moment because everyone's going to talk about these rising stars. Everyone's talking about Harry. Can we go to Friday night, West Coast versus Adelaide?
Another blockbuster.
Well, that's what we do. We do blockbusters, if you don't mind. What do you think about the Crows' forward line?
Well, the Crows' forward line, as I've said to Josh Jenkins, I have a university degree on Adelaide's forward line. I've studied it. I've never studied it harder. Well, it just doesn't work. I've told you it doesn't work. It doesn't work in finals. It doesn't work in big games. Old mate Tex started on the bench on the weekend. What are they doing? Now, it has to be the decision that Matthew nicks between Fogarty and Walker. Make the call. Phil Thorpe picks himself. Whoever's in better form right now, it's Fogarty, so pick Fogarty. 3 doesn't work.
Yeah, all right. Throw up the graphic. This is hard. This is hard to dispute. So these are the goal kicking numbers, totals from key forward combinations.
He's with me.
And
it's taken 3 years.
What I'll say to Matthew Nicks, who I know watches kick-ons, he
massive kick-ons
needs to make a decision, right? So Walker on the bench, splitting the game time, Kate. You either think it's a strength and you pick him and you play him, or you pick 2 and you just get on with it.
Yeah, the way in which he's using them, I mean, he does look like he's not sure what he wants to do. And you're right, if you're making the choice, stick with them, have them on the ground to start with and work out your balance from there. But if you're picking 3 and you're only having 2 on the ground, what real use is that if
just
the other's not going to
runner.
spend a whole lot of time through the ruck or anything like that? So I think we're finally,
we're finally getting there.
Bounce back factor 2 from Adelaide. They'll bounce back.
They'll bounce back here.
Bounce back hard.
But we're not going to learn.
Hang on. They can't just roll into... This is not an easy environment anymore.
They won't roll in this week after the wake-up call they got. But we're not going to learn anything about this week's performance for Adelaide.
They didn't do the tape. But that's an interesting topic.
Moved on.
And
they just parked it, is what they said.
Did you do your tape from last week?
Absolutely, I did. I've done it a number of times. And he was far too close. Who's on notice?
Well, we're going to stay with Adelaide. And I got told that this man, Dan Curtin, was the answer to their midfield. That's what I got told in the pre-season. They're looking for a big-bodied midfielder, and this guy is going to be the guy after making some solid progress last year. Now, of course, he wrestled, which was a Matthew Nicks error in the pre-season, dislocated his knee, so his pre-season was interrupted. But he's been back now for 7-8 weeks. And I watched Dan Curtin play, and he has one move, and that is the long kick down the line where he exposes a mismatch and he's a good mark. I never see him go and play in the centre bounce when he is needed. I see him touch the footy 13 times a game. He's a top 10 draft pick. He has now played enough footy to be influencing games more than he is. So Adelaide desperately need to bolster that midfield. He was going to be the answer. He hasn't, and I'm starting to worry what he's going to be. What is Dan Curtin? Is my question.
Do you think that's because he's not had the opportunity to play in the midfield and it's more of a let's roll him out in there and see how he goes? Because for me, I think he has the attributes to be able to do it, but he hasn't had an opportunity to do it. As you say, you never see him in centre bounce.
No, I've asked that question of Adelaide, and they speak about fast feet in the midfield.
Yeah, I don't like him as a mid.
So they're worried about his legs. I think that's code for we're worried about his leg speed and his agility as a midfielder. So what is he? Is he a half-back? He's not Bontempelli, who I thought he may be.
Why can't he be? What's wrong with him being a great winger?
Yeah.
I think with the size... So Dempsey's they've carved a role for Dempsey. Get forward, you're really clever around goal, that's an advantage. So with his size, why not kick it to him 6 times a game one-on-one?
I reckon when they traded up to get him and they identified him...
Yeah, but that ship sailed.
They wanted more than a winger.
And I agree. But that ship sailed. He is what he is. So make him a great winger.
Yeah.
Make him a guy you can bail out to. The other forwards on the other side...
Pre-season, is his body okay?
I'll tell you what he is, Richo. He's on notice.
Well, he is. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Dan. Who's on fire then? And we're talking Nass, of course.
The Messiah is on fire.
Sunday at 3:15, Essendon versus St Kilda.
We don't want to spoiler alert for the over and unders a little bit later.
Oh, no.
Are Essendon going to... is there any risk they could send? They've got plenty of play inside mids who don't get a lot of the footy. Someone please go and stand next to him, because if you don't, he'll have 40, he'll kick a goal, and he'll set up 3 or 4 others, and you'll get rolled.
So
and Dean Solomon will be further.
So you went over?
Yes. Well, how could you have any faith?
Oh, hang on. Well, you didn't.
No.
You think they'll have someone to run with
TTN, I reckon.
Let's save it.
Really?
No, I think he's going to play out of the goal square. I think they're going to do something different with him this week.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I want to look. He played his last game. Obviously, they had the bye last week, and it was him and the Bont. All right, and I just want to look at. I know he got 44, and that's a whole lot of disposals, but I want to see him somewhere that he can have more impact on the game in regard to clearance and in regard to centre bounce, because we know they're the areas of the ground, or the game, sorry, where you can have the most impact on the scoreboard, particularly centre bounce. So I want to see Naz attend far more centre bounces. And I know score involvements can be the biggest misleading stat in the game, because he could give a handball here that then ends up with 3 more kicks that they score a goal from, and that's a score involvement from Naz. So I think I want to see him with more goal assists, with more impact, and this is the man I want them to base it around. And yes, it's the Bont, there's only one Bont, but Naz can do these things. He can genuinely play to the same level as Marcus Bontempelli when he is up and going, and when he has the opportunity to play in the front half of the ground. I want to see him playing more around the footy and in the forward half to have more impact.
Love what you're bringing to the table there. Who am I is a question a lot of people have asked.
It is, and it's a... They do ask that. They do ask that. Not Jason Statham, Jason Richardson. Who am I? So running bounces, it's been topical.
Yes.
You guys have talked about he bounces too early and whatnot.
Okay.
Let's play a little game. So I've given you a few hints. Daniel Rioli surprised me. Lockie Ash, no surprise. And Nasaya has done that in 11 games, mind you. So let's start to work our way through it, maybe from bottom to top. Come on, start to
Ollie
think
Dempsey?
about any cut. No,
Bailey Dale?
no.
Yeah,
Bailey Dale.
Bailey Dale might be in the conversation.
Caleb Daniel.
Start to work our way through them.
I think I know who's at the top, so I'll wait till the
Colby
top.
McCurcher.
Harley Reid, running out of centre bounce, doing the job.
Like it.
Colby McCurcher.
He might be in the mix.
The Lizard.
The Lizard's got to be number one.
Has to be.
All right.
What about the Chad?
Cozzy?
The Chad?
The Chad's in the conversation. Any other guesses? What about trying to guess them? Shea Bolton, mid-forwards. And their running bounces are worth way more than these half-backers.
Yeah, there's the Chad.
There's the Chad.
Nice.
And then we've got the Quinella up the top.
Who are the top
Quinella up the top. There's Colby
you go.
McCurcher.
There's only one man. that
No
can beat.
contact, Colby.
Oh, so you've just gone and ruined
And
the
have a
whole
bounce, Blakey.
segment. 17 running bounces ahead of second place, Nick Blakey. So there you go.
We did pretty well.
You did very, very well. Most of those guys are not premature bounces, are they? All those guys.
Most of those are legitimate bounces, but the premature bounces are on
And
watch.
we're at one step is the most premature. I think
Noah Anderson, one step is the record.
That's the record. Can someone beat it? Not move.
Whatever you do, Kane.
Bounce before.
Don't go back and look at my highlights, because I was a one-step bouncer.
Well, we're going to see K-Mac in the Legends game, of course, announced this week.
I'm dedicating a bounce to you when I get possession.
I want you to take a kick out and just bounce it
Bounce it
as you step out over the...
Oh, yeah, we've got to do it a way where you get the ball, don't move, bounce
I'll
first.
play on with the bounce outside the square.
Love it.
And then I'm going to drag K-Mac off the ground. So don't you do that rubbish ever again.
You're the coach. You're the superstar player. Just give her the whole forward line, coach. You're watching Kick-Ons. So each and every week we pick 4 players and say over and under the line from a possession point of view. We tally them all up, and at the moment, this guy, the big guy, is the genius at it. But I sense
long way to go.
There's momentum coming from the talented duo. So where do we go first? Well, we go with the blockbuster, Essendon versus St Kilda, and we start with Zach Merritt, and it's 28.5.
Tricky. I lost a bit of faith in Zach Merritt last week. I thought he would have a big day without Finn O'Sullivan necessarily getting after him. I've lost my faith in Zach, so I'm gonna jump off Team Zach.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of faith in him all year.
No.
Now, I've had a busy week. I can't exactly remember where I went.
Oh, well, fair dinkum.
I'm just joking. I take it seriously. I went under.
No, you've just been told which way you went.
No, I remember what I did.
See what we get when he triple shifts?
I remember what I did.
He's half here, half not.
It's theatre, okay? I went under. I told you I went under.
Well,
Okay.
I'll split the difference. I'm going to go over. I'm going over here.
risky.
I've got some points to make up, so it's about time. I think he goes over. I think most of these players go over in this game because they just let each other run free and rack up as many possessions as they can.
What about Darcy Parish then? Why are you hot?
Yeah, over as well. I'm going to go over with Darcy Parish. Bit more time through the midfield last week. I like him over for this game.
I had a long conference with our wonderful producer Zoe yesterday on the phone, and I said, Darcy Parish, I'm going to go over.
You had no such thing.
I did.
Another lie.
24 and I think this is the best of the 4 that we've picked. If that line stays at 24, you can bet the over with confidence.
Okay. Everyone's agreeing there. What about Naz?
Now that line's moved.
it's moved up.
That's jumped up
Yeah.
again.
Hang on.
That was 33 when we submitted our...
Hang on.
My rule of thumb is to play the number on these big numbers. But I have no faith in Essendon at all. Have no idea who will run with him, whether anyone will try to. So I'm just going to stay with the over. He could have 40 in this.
Yeah, the change in the number has put me off a little bit, but I'm just going to stick fat and say over.
I went under. I'm hoping that Ross says, look, we need something else if we can make a wild card run, and we need to have a look at him out of the goal square. So I'd love a 22 disposal, 4-goal game from Naz. And then also he's had the hammy issue or the calf issue. I think they will restrict his game time significantly if this game is done. So 34.5. He's got to get to 35.
Yeah.
Huge number. Under.
Hang on, goal square. Do you know stuff?
No, I don't. But that's what he did in the pre-season.
I don't understand. Why would he be good out of the goal square?
Because he did it in the pre-season and looked like he's going to rip the competition to shreds and kick 40 goals for the year. Have a look at it. Nick Dacos goes there. Now, I'm not saying for the full game, but I'm with K-Mac. Well, he can have as many cheapies across halfback as you want, and he'll get them. But is that going to suit you well when you're at the business end where you need to be? I don't think it will.
Callum Wilkie?
Yeah, I handpicked this one yesterday, and I went, I did. I selected Wilkie. We had options, and I went under.
Yeah, I went under. I was thinking over at first, but then I thought, I don't know if Essendon will get enough forward 50 entries for him to have 25, and he averages around that, obviously, with the number, but I think he goes under.
Yeah, under. Yep, definitely under. Not super confident because without Sinclair, he might get a few of those kick-ins and a few of those sideways balls, but under there. So there you go.
JJ, $14.25.
Interesting.
I'm starting to really flex in this.
It always
one,
looks
aren't you?
good before the fact, but I mean, if one of those goes under, it counts for squat diddly.
We had a segment called Kane that you've now changed.
Yeah,
what have you got?
I saw, now we saw the great man a little bit earlier. I witnessed the worst hoodie ever. The worst hoodie
Ever. Hang
worn
on.
by anyone. Now, if my 7-year-old daughter asked me to grab this for her from Cotton On Kids, I'd say, nah, look, I think we can do better. But Mr. McLeod, you got all the money in the world, you're worth $1 bazillion, and you chose... Were you offended?
I needed some glasses.
Were you offended?
You know what? I'm
bright.
offended. How dare you, Khan, my man? Just because he calls you
one's off
Brownie
limits
each and
here.
every week.
No
He'll
one's
keep
off
doing
limits.
that, Brownie. Quick break. You're watching Kick-Ons. Let's put a little bow on Kick-Ons and start with a roughie. The lot of intensity around these
shall we
goal scorers
start with a
from
roughie?
Adelaide. And I reckon that the thrill seeker listens to everyone and says, it's my time. I'm going to have a little bag of 5 against the small West Coast Eagles. Multi, what are we going to
I'm
do?
going to go Isaac Heaney, big game against the Western Bulldogs, 30 plus for me.
I'm going that game as well, and I think the Chad has a few bounces, but he also gets 25 plus.
Lockie Ash, 27 plus.
And I think Dersma will say, don't forget me, Rising Star, he'll have 18 plus. Hope you've enjoyed Kick-Ons. Can't believe Unfiltered. He didn't mention his great mates. Not one word, but great show to you. Hope
cut that
everyone
bit out.
enjoyed it. And join us next week for Kick-Ons.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.